everyone. My name is Dr. Clyde Letzum, and today I'd like to go over sources with you, specifically sources that we find in electronics and electrical engineering and in electrical engineering technology. Um, Before I begin, I'd like to say if you find this video helpful, please like and share. Okay. All right, so let's talk about what sources are. I like to say that we can categorize sources into five different categories. Okay, we have the independent DC voltage source, independent AC voltage source, independent DC current source, independent AC current source, and batteries. Okay, so what exactly is a voltage source? So, a voltage source is a device that delivers voltage once it is connected to a circuit and you have a closed loop. Okay. What exactly is voltage? Well, voltage is the potential difference in electric charge between 2 points that makes it possible for current to flow in that circuit. When it comes to voltage source, the units for voltage is measured in volts, and voltage is a metric system unit. Okay. Now, when it comes to independent DC voltage sources, and more specifically, ideal independent DC voltage sources, and by the way, DC stands for direct current, in case you don't know that. Um, what happens is at any given instant in time that you're looking at the voltage coming from an independent or voltage across 2 points in an independent DC voltage source, what happens is that voltage is steady. So let's say I have a 12 volt voltage source. What happens is at any given instant in time in which I check, so it could be at 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, so on and so forth. If it's 12 volt source, then I expect to get exactly 12 volts coming out of that source forever and ever. Okay. When it comes to the schematic symbol, you'll see these in circuit diagrams. We typically draw a voltage source like this. Okay. Typically draw it like this. We also have, when it comes to batteries, you have a schematic symbol for a battery. Is shown below, and it typically looks like this. One thing you'll notice here is that this line here is longer than this line down here, and that typically indicates the positive. The longer line indicates the positive end of the voltage source, and the shorter line on the end indicates the negative end of the voltage source. Okay. Now, let's talk also about about DC current sources. And I guess I should have said this in this video. I'm just going to go over the DC current source, DC voltage source, and the battery, and we'll also touch a little bit on grounding. Okay. All right. So when it comes to the DC current source, your ideal DC current source, it means that at any given instant in time that I check, I expect to get a steady current coming from that DC current source. Okay, so in this case here, whether I check at 1 second, 2 seconds, anywhere in between, anywhere past 10, I expect to get, in this case, 5 milliamps. Okay, and I'm going to explain the milliamps in a minute here. So current, what is current? We typically use the letter I to represent current. Current is the measure of the amount of electric charge that passes through a given point in a circuit over a given amount of time. Okay. When it comes to current sources, they produce a predictable current despite what components are connected within the circuit, the rest of the circuit. Okay. And then when it comes to the units of measurement for current and independent DC current sources, the units that we use is amperes. We use the letter A to represent that. And like the voltage source, it also uses metric units, or that is metric unit. Okay. All right. When it comes to independent DC current source, the schematic symbol is shown here below. with this arrow in here that indicates the direction of current flow for the DC current source. Okay. All right. So moving on to the last topic here. If we're talking about sources, it's probably a good idea to talk about ground. And so ground is a reference point in an electrical circuit from which other voltages can be measured from. So pretty much when we're measuring a voltage, let's say somewhere in a circuit, we say relative to this point here, which is that reference point, this is the amount of voltage difference between that point that we're checking at and the reference point, okay? This point is usually a common return path to the source. It doesn't have to be, but it's typically a common return path to the source or a common point ground, okay? We also within ground have earth ground. This is more common within, for instance, homes or different types of establishments, meaning locations and so forth. So when it comes to that, these grounds are directly physically connected to the earth, and we call them again earth ground. Okay. When it comes to both of those, in both cases, the voltage at this point we consider to be 0 volts. Okay. Uh, when it comes to earth ground, this is the symbol that you will typically see used when it comes to earth ground. And then your common point ground, this is typically the symbol that we use. Okay. All right. So that covers sources, and pardon me, it covers your DC voltage source, your DC current source, and these are your ideal DC current source and voltage sources. We covered battery, and we also covered ground. Again, if you like what you hear or heard, pardon me, in this video and it helped you, please do like and share.